Hey there, Lucas from Documenso, just reviewing your PR for 793. I see that our footer isn't breaking words and that you've fixed it to do so. Looking at it though, I don't think this is the solution that we want. What realistically should have happened is that our footer links should have broken over to a new line and they should probably swap from a 2 column layout to just a normal flex row that wraps around. So I've checked out your PR and we're going to work on implementing that. I've also verified that this is the case on the production marketing site. So now I have the localhost version running on Gitpod, and we'll work on updating this real quick. So I believe this is in footer for the marketing website. And we have our socials here. We have all this. We should make this wrap, which it is. Fantastic. And this one connects with all that. Okay. So what will happen here is I think we just need a class name of flex1 on this one. And we can even start verifying this down here, right? So we have all this. Then we have this that displays as grid, right? So we probably want to say like W full potentially. This should in theory be flex wrapping, which it's not. This probably doesn't want a flex one on it. Yeah. And so this would be the sort of UI I'm expecting. So the way we will do this is if I actually go back to the right editor, our flex one here would be correct, and we just have to take off our flex one here. And so if I refresh, it is still not fully correct, which probably has something to do with the W full. And then on MD, we can say W auto. Fantastic. So now if I jump to a tablet screen, we should see it doing all this as expected. And as we get larger, it's also doing what we expect. One thing to note is obviously this is pretty tight. So once again, if I jump to the right editor, I apologize. I have to wonder if our gap here is being respected. And it's potentially because of our max W excess there. So if I change that to small, right, oh, wrong editor. Maybe what'll happen is we'll say gap X of 8 on larger screens, larger being, you know, anything larger than medium, so tablets and above, and that looks a bit better. We've retained all the other features, and once again, as we get smaller, we can see this becomes a little bit tighter up until we shrink. We did see there that this didn't do what we wanted, so we need to make sure that that doesn't shrink at all. And wrong editor. So up on this one, we have flex, flex wrap. And so we want to tell this that we won't be shrinking. Which seemingly isn't working still. There we go. My apologies. So now as it gets smaller, it bumps across as expected. And it looks pretty decent. Cool. Well, thank you so much for your contribution. I'll go ahead and push these changes. And yeah, I think this is a net improvement. So if I swap it to an iPhone SE, which is basically the smallest we want to support, it looks fine. Realistically, we're aiming for iPhone XR support, which also looks good. Thank you.